Welcome to Gentle Yoga. This is Leo Gray. On behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center in Palm Springs, visit us online at urbanyoga.org or Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center on Facebook to check out the schedule of daily offerings and stop by the tip jar to make one-time or recurring contributions to support our classes. And before I actually start, I'm making a lighting adjustment. I thought I had everything set, and then I'm looking at myself on the screen here and thinking that'll be better. Okay. And then somebody else joined us just as well. I think it's Robert. So we'll start out today, sitting or kneeling as you like. I'm going to sit up on my blocks. You're welcome to do what's comfortable for you. You don't have to sit the way I sit. Sitting on the forward edge of my blocks. So let my pelvis tilt forward and let the front of my hips open. And there's one more friend joining us because that's how it is sometimes. It's great. The more area, Robert. Comes Andrew. So get comfortable, find your contact with the ground and or your props. Sitting or kneeling on, thinking about the length of your spine, feeling into both those sensations, the grounding down and the rising up. Close your eyes if you want, rest your hands wherever that's comfortable to you. Observe your breath. Allow it time to slow down and get deeper if you are comfortable stillness. Taking in the sensations of these deeper breaths, the way breathing moves your body, shifts things around, maybe changes your contact with the floor or your props as the breath moves in and out. Scan your body to take in whatever other sensations are going on for you right now. Making particular note of anything that doesn't feel so good so that you can keep any such things in mind as we practice, knowing that you are always welcome to skip or modify anything I'm doing to suit yourself. If you wish to layer on any more personal, specific attention for your practice, you can do that now. With our intentions in place, let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth with a sighing sound. Let your eyes open if you're still closed. Let's start from the top with opening the neck. Gently let your chin go down towards your chest. Slowly and gently roll your ear towards your shoulder and let your head tip back. Other ear towards the other shoulder. Pausing if you need to at any particularly tight spots to rock back and forth. I forgot to add to my opening, thanking my host room here. I'm at the Hotel Rinconada Convento in Izamal, Mexico, where they graciously let us check in early yesterday so I could teach Kristen's class at noon California time. And are letting us check out late today so I can teach this one. When you finish the next circle, take some in the other direction. So make sure you're all muted to make sure that you can all hear me and not inadvertently hear each other there. If you need to ask me or tell me anything, feel free to unmute anytime and do so. When you finish your next circle, lift your chin and look forward. And take some seated cow and cat breaths. Inhale, draw your heart forward and let your head tip back. Exhale, draw your heart back and let your head tip forward. And just follow the pace of your own breath. Keep going. One thing I love about teaching online while I'm traveling is just demonstrating that you can practice almost anywhere. I've made it a point today to practice without mats. We have mats with us. My partner is busy loading our car with stuff. And so I said, go ahead and take the mats. That's one less thing to add after class. It so happens that they fit better in the car if you put them at the bottom of the trunk with the other stuff on top. So here I am just on the floor. I did bring blocks because I like to have blocks, especially for the gentle classes. And I'm just nestled into this space I created by shoving the beds to the other side of the room. In this beautiful hotel room, huge windows letting in lots of natural light. After your next exhale, sit up tall. We'll take some side bends and seated twists. Reach your hands out to the sides. Rest your fingertips on the floor. Stay long in your spine. Inhale, reach your right arm up alongside your ear. And exhale, reach to your left. Keep both cheeks on the ground. Feel for length from your right hip to your right fingertips. Inhale to come upright. As you exhale, come into the twist. Right hand behind you, left hand across. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist some more. Just go to the degree that feels like enough. Let yourself unwind, come back. Inhaling, lift your left arm up alongside your ear. As you exhale, reach across to the right. Inhale to come up. Exhale, come into that twist again. This time, left hand on the ground behind you, right hand on your left leg. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist some more. Back to center. Rest your hands in front of you and just walk them forward as far as you can to find a loose, simple forward fold. Let your neck disengage, let your head hang down. Inhaling, walk your hands back in, sitting yourself up. And however you want to get there, make your way up onto your hands and knees. Take your time. Move mindfully and gently. Bringing your knees above your, no, bring your hips above your knees and your shoulders above your wrists. Reach back and press into the ball of your left foot. Take a couple breaths. With the next inhale, reach your right arm to the side. Palm down, arm parallel to the floor. To go further, if you like, with an inhale, pick your left foot up, reach straight back through the sole of your foot. If you want to go even further, bend your knee, reach back, see about taking the bind, grabbing your foot or your ankle, kicking against your hand, lifting your knee, and lift your chin too. Release, and lower down. Take 3 or 4 breaths of cow pose, cat pose. Inhale, bring your heart forward, let your head and tailbone go up. Exhale, bring your heart up, let your head and tailbone come down. After your next exhale, come back to table. Reach back, press into the ball of the right foot. Take a couple breaths there. With your next inhale, reach your left arm to the side. If you like, on the next inhale, pick your right foot up, reach straight back. And if you like, bend your knee, reach back, see about taking that bind. Release, lower down, and take a few rounds of cow and cat. After your next exhale, come back to table. Now let's transition to a forward fold. I'll use blocks under my hands. You can use blocks if you like to step the left foot forward and then your right. It's okay if it takes more than one step, or if you use your hands to help guide your leg forward. Maybe you keep the blocks and lean your hands on the blocks, or you can set the blocks aside, let your hands hang in the air or drag on the ground. Then one leg, then the other leg, sway back and forth. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Inhale, lift up about halfway. Exhale, come down. Inhale, all the way up, hands overhead, palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Let your hands down at your sides. Raise your right shoulder towards your ear. Shift it back. Let it down again. And your left shoulder up, then back, then down. Inhale, reach out to the sides. Exhale, reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself. Bring your chin over to your shoulder. Let it roll down past your sternum and up to the other shoulder. Down past your sternum, back up. You started, face forward again. Inhale, spread your wings. Exhale, across the other way. Bring the chin to your shoulder and make those little semicircles, rolling your chin back and forth. Then inhale to open up. Exhale, let your arms down. Inhale your arms out and up overhead. Interlace your fingers, reach your palms up. Look up towards your hands, lift up your heart. Inhale to come upright. Exhale to bend to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend to your right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, let your arms down. Pausing for a drink here. Inhale up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Rest your hands on the floor, step your right foot back, runner's lunge. Now you could do this with blocks under your hands, if you like. Give you a little more clearance between the ground and your torso. Now you can stay in runner's lunge like that with the right leg extended, or if you prefer, put the right knee down, and you can keep the foot engaged, or if you prefer, uncurl your toes. So those are three options. Maybe you thought of another one. Lean your weight into your right hand and inhale, reach your left hand forward, reach it up towards the ceiling, reach it back towards your right heel. And exhale, reach up and forward and down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, sweep forward, up, back. Exhale, up, forward, down. 1 more. Smooth, continuous breath and smooth, continuous movement. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Downward dog. And pedal your feet up and down. Let your heels get closer to the ground. You can keep the blocks under your hands if you like. And you may find that that helps you bring your heels closer to the ground. Maybe you enjoy that difference. Maybe you set the blocks aside. Maybe you don't enjoy the difference. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Step your left foot back, runner's lunge. Again, you can stay in that high runner's lunge, or you could let the left knee down. You can keep the left foot engaged or uncurl your toes. When you're ready, inhale, reach your right arm forward, and then up, and then back. Exhale, reach up, and forward, and down. It's like 3/4 of a circle. Inhale, and exhale. So the arm is at like 6 o'clock, and then it rewinds to, well, 3 or 9, I guess, depending on perspective. Exhale. Grounding evenly in both hands, step your right foot back to meet your left. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Now we'll step back to plank. You can keep using blocks if you like, or set them aside as we go into sun salutations. Let your hips come down in line with your shoulders and your knees. Let your knees down if you prefer, shoulder plank anytime.
Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Cobra or up dog, just come to the height that feels okay in your low back. Exhale, rock back and up to down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Two more sun salutations, one slowed down, and then we'll follow that with a quicker one. We'll add extra breaths at each position. On the first one, inhale up. Exhale here. Inhale here. Exhale, fold. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale here. Inhale here. Exhale, fold. Inhale here. Exhale here. Step back to plank. Take at least one full breath in your plank. When you're ready, exhaling lower, halfway or all the way. Inhale here if you can. Exhale here if you can. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Exhale here. Inhale here. Exhale back up to down dog. Exhale and down dog. Bend your knees, look forward and step forward. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale here. Inhale here. Exhale, fold. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale all the way up. Exhale here. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale here. Exhale here. Now that quicker sun salutation without the additional breaths. Inhale up. Exhale down. Quicker breaths don't have to be smaller. Inhale, lift halfway, maybe they're deep and quick. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. When you're ready, exhaling lower. Inhaling to open your heart. Exhaling, rock back and up to down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Put your hands down to your sides. Close your eyes if you like, if that's comfortable. If you feel dizzy at all, open your eyes again to help steady yourself. Just feel the energy coursing through your body. Feel the little swaying that comes with your breathing. The nice grounding contact in your feet. See if you can feel the weight being distributed evenly between your feet, between the right and left foot, between the front of the feet and the back of the feet, between the right side of each foot and the left side of each foot. So noticing breaths, checking in with your body, scanning your body. Let your eyes open if they're closed. Pausing for a sip of water. Do that whenever you need to. And next we'll play with some balancing. Feel free to step over near the wall or a piece of furniture if you want to steady yourself as we play with tree pose. Beginning with your hands at your heart, or one hand for the heart, one hand for the wall of the furniture, of course. Set your eyes on something straight ahead that's not going to move, something at about eye level, and shift your weight from one leg to the other with your feet planted If your feet weren't already under your hips, they'll find their way under your hips as you rock back and forth a few times. When you're ready, bring the weight into your right leg. Turn your left toes out to the side. Bring your left heel up onto your right ankle. Maybe you stay there. Maybe you bring the sole of your foot to your calf. Let that right knee stay soft. Don't lock it. Maybe you bring your left foot to your thigh. Just don't press sideways on your knee. Your hands can stay pressing to the center line together and pressing to your sternum, or branches of your tree can grow anywhere you like. One of my branches is reaching into a doorway here. It's fun making do with the space you got and improvising. I think sometimes we find excuses not to practice. We don't have the mat with us, or we don't have a room. It's really great that we can do this almost anywhere. Mats are great. I love having props. I like having more room, but I don't have to have these things. You can start over anytime. Come out when you've had enough. I'll come out soon, I promise. If your hands are elsewhere, you can bring them back to your heart. And then pivot your knee forward, and then let your foot down. Shake your right leg and anything else that you feel like shaking. Some days need more shaking than others. Hands by your heart, shift back and forth a few times again. When you're ready, bring the weight into your left leg. Turn your right toes out so your feet are perpendicular. Draw your heel in and up onto your left ankle. Stay there or continue up if you like, onto your calf or onto your thigh. When you're ready, if you want a different arm expression, take whatever that might be. Explore as many variations as you like, as much movement as you like. Make sure you're breathing, whatever kind of tree you are in the moment. If your hands are elsewhere, bring them back to your heart. Pivot your right knee forward. Let your right foot down. Shake the left leg and whatever else you want to shake. You can come down and have a seat. If you have a drink on the way, I need one. Bring the soles of your feet together, leave a big space between your pelvis and your heels. If you can reach under your ankles and grab the floor, do so. If that doesn't work for you, reach over your ankles, in front of your ankles, you grab the floor. Walk your hands forward on the floor. Let your head hang down, let your neck disengage. Breathe into the middle of your lower back. Inhale and walk your hands back and press yourself upright. Keep those feet together. Now bring your heels as close as you can. Use your toes between your hands. Wiggle on your seat. Bring the bones in your seat closer to the floor to tilt your pelvis forward. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, keeping your spine long. See how far down that long spine might fold. And wherever it stops, then let your head down. Breathe into your hips. Now slowly sit up. Bring your hands to the outsides of your knees and use your arms to lift your knees towards each other. Plant your hands. Wiggle your feet out by the edges of your mat. Let your knees go back and forth. As your knees go to one side, you can turn your head to the opposite side if you like. And then bring your feet together and extend your legs forward. Flex your feet back. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down over your legs. If your knees want to bend, they can bend. On the inhales, think of the crown of your head moving forward. On the exhales, think of lowering down some more. Inhaling, walk your hands up your legs and sit up. Draw your knees up, plant your feet, plant your hands behind you, scoot your butt towards your heels, come down onto your forearms and down on your back. So you wind up on your back with your heels in as close as they'll go. If you have blocks, you can put a block between your knees as a spacer. Help keep your knees lined up with your hips. Press into the soles of your feet and inhale to lift your hips up. If you want a deeper heart opener here, you can wriggle your shoulder blades towards each other and clasp your hands under you and reach your knuckles towards your heels. Clasping your hands, release them. Exhale slowly, let your hips come down. Explore floating up and down for a minute at your own pace. Challenge yourself as much or as little as you like. Maybe you go higher or slower, or pause at the top, or maybe you pause at the bottom. Sometimes I play around with adding an extra breath at the top of the movement and at the bottom of the movement. Sort of like what we did on the second sun salutation. Next time you lift up, pause at the top, put a block or other prop under your sacrum, and come down to rest on top of the prop. Think of sending your breath there, through the block. This can bring some nice release in your lower back and your pelvis. Might produce a lot of sensation, maybe a little, maybe you're unsure of what's going on there. Now let's come out of the supported bridge. As you're ready, press into the soles of your feet nice and slowly. Inhaling, lift up off the block, remove it, exhale, and slowly come down. Pause after you land. And move the blocks out of the way. Draw your knees towards your chest, hug your knees. Rock and roll to massage your back against the floor. Might feel particularly nice to focus on pressing your sacrum against the ground after the supported bridge. You grab your strap, open it up and run it under your feet. Hold one end in each hand. Reach your feet up towards the ceiling. Long legs, long strap, long arms. Make sure you're grounded in the back of your head and both shoulder blades and your sacrum. Point your toes up at the ceiling. Point your toes down towards your face. Let your feet relax. Slide your feet away from each other. And slide your feet back towards each other. We're going to do the longer version of our strap stretching routine here. Take your right foot out of the strap, press the back of your right leg against the floor. Reach your left arm to the side. Keeping your shoulders grounded, draw your leg to the right and turn your head to the left. Breathing into whatever sensation arises, feeling into what your body needs. As your hip opens and your leg drifts over some more, gently guiding it with the strap. Change the tension on the strap and the position of your arm as you feel fit.
Not forcing anything. Taking the extra time to see what release happens with the suggestion provided by the strap in the arm. Maybe you decide to let go of the tension and let the leg rest. You can always resume, always lift the leg, and gradually tighten up on the strap again. Slowly come back to center. Take the strap in your left hand. Press your right hand down on the front of your right hip bone. Keeping that side anchored down, keeping the right cheek on the ground, letting your limbs fall open to the left. Then you decide how much tension is on that strap. If it doesn't feel good to have your leg hanging in the air, you can put a block between the ground and the outside of your leg to take the weight of the leg. Even after your leg touches down on the ground, if it does do so, and it's okay if it doesn't, you can continue to experience deeper release with the help of your arm and your strap. Keeping the pelvis level with the ground allows that left hip to open more effectively. That right cheek lifts up, the pelvis rolls to the left. That's less opening in the outer hip socket there.
Very, very gently bring those limbs back to center. Raise your right leg, step your right foot into the strap. Take your left foot out, press your left foot down. Reach your right arm to the side. Draw your leg over to the left and turn your head to the right. Softly bring it back to center. Take your strap in your right hand. Press down on the front of your left hip. Let your limbs fall open to the right. Nice and easy. Come back up to center. Lift your left leg. Draw your knees in. Set your strap aside. Reach your feet up. Reach your hands up. Take hold of your legs or your feet. Explore movement in happy baby pose, bending and straightening the limbs. Rocking side to side as much as you want. Whatever movement your body enjoys. Whenever you feel complete with your inverting, you can make your way to Shavasana, the final resting pose of your choice. The traditional corpse pose might be something else. Maybe you come back to an intention you had set for yourself to reflect upon that. Simply focus on your breathing. Or just give your mind permission to detach. Letting your body settle a little closer down to the ground. With each exhale. Start to give yourself some deeper breaths. Begin to move around bit by little bit. Letting your movements gradually get bigger and bigger. Moving mindfully and taking your time. When you're ready, gently sit up.
And bring your hands up by your heart. Thank you for sharing practice today. The light within me sees and honors that light within each of you. Namaste.